Hello everyone, welcome to a new tutorial of the Animation Editor Pro series. In this video, we'll show you how to create a composition of animations using Animation Editor Pro. The procedure will illustrate the combination and blending of existing actions to produce a cohesive animation sequence. Let's take a look at our base animations, a scary zombie walk. And the second action, a sexy walk animation. Alright, let's declutter a bit and hide those armatures. The initial step involves the addition of the zombie walk action. Use the Add Editor strip from existing action operator. This function filters actions based on compatibility with the selected armature. Fine, let's see how it looks. Very scary indeed. Let's change animation repeat to 2. We can see a problem here. For the second iteration, the model snaps back to the origin on the second loop instead of going straight. This happens because the movement is baked into the root bone's location. To solve this problem, we need first to enable the in-place property. When in-place is active, bones rotate but doesn't displace from its origin. After locking the action in place, we need to click the Add New Editor Strip operator and enable Add Displacement Modifier. This modifier displaces the root bone, propagating movement throughout the armature hierarchy. Select either linear or cyclic displacement. In this case, linear displacement is appropriate. This moves the model in a straight line. The add-on usually finds the root bone automatically. Adjust it if necessary. The location index is indeed the local axis through which the model will displace. Define the speed and offset parameters. An offset value of 0 is employed here. Further examples will illustrate scenarios requiring non-zero offsets. Much better, no more snapping back to the origin in between repetitions. We can rename an editor strip anytime by double-clicking its name. This will rename not only the editor strip, but also the action that is associated with it. Now let's add a new editor strip with a new editable action. Disable the displacement modifier for this one. The start frame is set a bit earlier than the end frame of the zombie displacement strip. We'll rename this strip to Turn Head. Important note, Blender can sometimes tweak your start and end frame values when you enable custom action frame range or adjust action ranges. Double check to make sure they're correct. Set a custom action frame range to, say, 50 frames, that is, a bit less than 2 seconds. We'll put the beginning of this lapse close to the ending of the zombie displacement strip, so it will start rotating its head while still displacing. Keep in mind when working with editable actions that action range and start-end frames usually have to match. There are some exceptions, for example, when the animation repeat property is other than 1. See the strip colors? Red strips have existing, non-editable actions. Green strips have new editable actions where you can get creative. This means that you can add entirely new actions or empty actions with displacement modifiers in this type of strip. Set the current scene frame to the beginning of the Turn Head strip. We'll make the character spot someone on the bench, so we'll rotate their head toward him. When adding a new keyframe, be sure that the strip you want to keyframe is selected. In the editor, the selected strip is highlighted with a blue background, and in the track preview, the strip is outlined with a pink line. Advance the scene frame to create an intermediate rotation keyframe. Notice the undesirable return to the origin when the zombie displacement strip concludes, and the pose return to the rest pose. To solve these problems, first, select the zombie walk strip and change the extrapolation property from nothing to hold forward. This retains the last zombie walk pose. As we can see, now it has the zombie walk pose. Now we need to avoid the model returning to the origin, so select the zombie displacement strip and do the same. Change extrapolation to hold forward. Much better, we're holding that last zombie pose and the character stays in place. Okay, time to finish the Turn Head strip. Let's select this strip and put the current scene frame in the middle of the action frame range. Now we'll rotate the head to an intermediate position. Let's keyframe this. Set the current scene frame to the end frame of this strip and rotate the head to its final pose in this strip. Keyframe the end pose. Let's see the animation with these new changes. This operator allows us to show or hide overlays. With hidden overlays, we can appreciate the animation more clearly. We are almost there. Now let's add the second existing action, the sexy walk animation. Disable add in the same track and enable in place. We don't want the model to displace. For that, we'll add a strip with a displacement modifier later. Set the start frame right after the end of the turn head and head displacement strips, that is 279. Add some repetitions for this strip. Let's take a look. Note the weird walk at the end. This problem is because the extrapolation of the zombie walk strip was set to hold forward, so now the zombie and sexy walk are combining. We don't want this, so let's select the sexy walk strip and change the blend type to replace instead of combine. Now we have it, our character is walking properly. But the model is walking in place. This is expected because we checked the in place property. We need to add another strip with a displacement modifier. Let's change the start frame to be the same as the sexy walk strip and set some speed. Rename it to Sexy Displacement. Let's verify the frame ranges. Match the action frame range of the Sexy Displacement strip to the start and end frames of the Sexy Walk strip. We can notice that the sexy walk is starting at a wrong location. To fix that, we need to change the sexy displacement blend type from combine to replace, because we settled hold forward extrapolation in the zombie displacement strip, so they are adding. With replace, the sexy displacement strip will overwrite the final location for the model. The problem persists, the starting location is wrong, but this time it is different. Let's see. To solve this problem, we need not only to change the blend type, but also we need to set the right offset. The Calculate Linear Offset operator allows us to calculate and set the right offset, so let's click on it. Alright, let's watch it. It looks almost fine, the problem with the sexy walk location was solved, but the transitions are a bit abrupt, so let's add some blend out to the turn head strip. And some blend into the sexy walk strip. Note that we have to disable animated influence, because blend in or out and animated influence are mutually exclusive blending features of Blender's animation system. Looks better, but we can improve the blending a bit, so let's reduce it in the turn head strip. It seems fine now. More natural. We'll extend the sexy walk a bit more. This is one of the great advantages of working with Animation Editor Pro. It bypasses the need for manual curve editing in Graph Editor in many situations. In this case, it is as simple as increasing the animation repeat in the Sexy Walk strip and taking note of the end frame because we need to set this value in the Sexy Displacement strip. Want to increase it a bit more? Why not just a couple of clicks and done? Let's do a final check on our animation. It looks just great. That wraps up this tutorial on animating a character with Animation Editor Pro using new and existing animations. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments, and be sure to watch our other Animation Editor Pro videos for more techniques and tips.